Hello everyone, my name is Salah. Today I will present to you a lecture about electricity, a very simple one, to understand how it works. Now, we heard a lot about everything is made of atoms. What is an atom? Atoms are the smallest thing we can cut a material to. So if we take this paper and we start cutting it, we got to a very small piece. We keep cutting it with a cutter or a knife or maybe a laser until we get to a point where we can no longer cut it. That's an atom. Of course, there are some methods to cut a very big atom. We will not talk about this in this lecture. Some vocabulary here. So atoms, on the atoms, there are electrons turning around them with a negative mark. And in the nucleus, there is inside the atom, there are neutrons and protons with a positive mark. But this negative and positive marks does not mean a lot, just they attract each other. And here, it works, the way it works is just like the sun and earth. So earth is turning around the sun like gravity. So, let's keep going. Now, there are a lot of atoms on earth, many kind of atoms. We can find them all in a periodic table, like the hydrogen, helium, lithium, and so on. For example, if we take 2 atoms of hydrogen, we mix it with 1 atom of oxygen, that will give us water. H2O is water. But all these materials actually, they may have gain or lose some electrons on the surface. So for example, when there is a friction between 2 materials, one of the materials would maybe lose a part of the electrons to the other one, just like the experiment of the paper and a ruler. For example, I have a ruler here, I give it some friction with my hair or clothes, and I can raise the paper. What is happening here is the electrons on the ruler want to jump to this paper. So because of the attraction, the paper comes up, and after the exchange happens, it loses the force. So as you see, it lost a part of that force, not partially, not as strong as the very beginning. Keep going. So what's happening here is on the ruler, this is the ruler, there are a lot of electrons comparing to this material here, which is the paper. So once I do this, all the electrons would like to jump here. So they're attracting that. So if we put actually a wire, a very conductive wire between them, electrons start moving this way, creating a current. So if they move this way, the current moves the opposite way. You can imagine this like you're riding a bicycle and you feel the wind on your face while riding the bicycle. We can take like a very simple example here with this breadboard. We call this a breadboard. So if I connect this LED here that can emit light with the positive, excuse me, here, so it just shines because electrons are moving from negative to the positive, the current from positive to negative, and that makes this LED shines for some reasons. If you want to find out more about the reason this LED shines or how the friction works and why it makes a heat, it emits heat, you can follow me on next lectures.